Good afternoon, cult members, and welcome to Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
This is going to be our trailer reaction for Andor Season 2. This is just a teaser. But I have questions. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
We're in a war. You want to fight? Or you want to win?
Win? Both? Nice.
Last night I had a dream that the world had turned around. All our hopes had come to be.
My boy.
The revolution starts now.
Biggs.
Cool people walk away from explosions. And Krennic.
That's Saw's unit. Stormtroopers?
Having a party?
K2!
Yay! Jerk.
Remember this moment. You're here, you're right here, and you're ready to fight.
Smooth AF. Okay. Like I said, teaser.
Yeah.
They dropped one at D23. I want to say it was D23. That trickled online. And I try not to watch those, but I saw enough stuff like floating through TikTok and stuff. I'm like, all right, screw it. I'll just go watch it. and I'm glad I did, because there was it satiated my desire for the series so much at that time.
Yeah.
So now that I've seen this, I'm ready for April. There's a lot of stuff going on between now and then.
Actually, yes. There's a lot of stuff going on between now and then.
Your thoughts, though?
I am super excited. It looks amazing. It's, I mean, we knew, right? We knew it's coming right up to the moment of
Rogue One.
Rogue One. Not First Contact. Rogue One. I haven't had dinner
Don't mix the
yet.
treks and the war.
We got Orson Krennic and we got K2SO. There's all kinds of questions out there that we need answered in the next 12 episodes.
So I was going to get into that. With this trailer, StarWars.com dropped a article. It is 4 nights with 3 episodes each night for a total of 12. Each 3-episode arc will take place during a segment over a 4-year time span leading up to.
Okay, so each night will be a year.
Each night will be roughly, yes.
A year in
I
universe.
think it could be either a year within those 3 episodes or like a 2-day arc within those episodes. Like the wedding where Mothma is dancing, everybody's thinking that's her daughter's wedding.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And so that all feels like it could be one episode with stuff going on around that.
Yeah, with Cassian, it appears that he is there. He's dressed up.
Yeah.
He's in, he's there. So, yeah. Yeah, whatever.
But there has been some discussion about, like, people are excited that we are essentially going to get one Star Wars movie for 4 straight weeks.
Yeah. It's going to make our reacting.
And that was the other conversation, because all of the podcasters and reactors and everybody that we watch, because they're Star Wars fans that do this stuff, the same stuff that we do, are having that, oh God.
Yeah, do we do each one individually, or do we wait until we've watched all 3 and then...
It will be something that we discuss, but I think I think for us talking about it wise, we'll discuss it some more. But I think it makes more sense to do. We're just going to talk about the 3-episode arc as a whole, because if you've been to one of our reviews, they go all over the place.
Yeah.
And so trying to do it all over the place for each individual episode, like it's just gonna be a lot.
It'll be midnight on a school night before we get to bed.
And that was one of the other things that people were talking about. Like, if it's 2.5 hours, I'm not gonna be able to watch it. Like, I'm not gonna be able to see everything, and then I have to stay off social media. Oh God, you have to stay off social media for 12 hours.
How can you not watch it? Do you go to bed at 8?
You know what? Not everybody stays up till like 11:30 like we do. So, and some people have kids that they can't watch it until they go to bed.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like stuff like that.
That's fair.
I did want to ask about the
You're never gonna make everybody happy, by the way. It's just
it's just that there was no right decision. Tony Gilroy wanted this release schedule. Okay. So if the creator wanted this release schedule, I'm going to trust Tony Gilroy.
Yep.
I want to ask about the trailer itself with the fun, action-y kind of clip things, only a couple lines of dialogue, a modern rock and roll song, and quotes from how prestigious the show was.
Yeah, that was interesting.
So I think this is more of a trailer to suck people back in who maybe didn't like The Acolyte or was told The Acolyte was terrible and they didn't watch Skeleton Crew because they heard Acolyte was terrible. And so or people who are only prestige TV watchers, i.e. Chernobyl, Game of Thrones, that kind of thing, Severance, that they're trying to suck them into, hey, go watch season 1. Coming at season 2. Yeah. That's what the feels like, but I don't know how you felt about having a modern song in a Star Wars trailer.
I mean, it didn't take away from it. It wasn't like I was going, oh my God, this is a modern song. I was just engaged in the trailer. So,
right.
I'm kind of wondering what you said might be why they did it, or like you said, they were kind of doing four nightly movies.
Yeah,
that's almost, now that I'm thinking back on it, it's almost a movie trailer.
Yeah,
they would do that, like the Rolling Stones thinks it's awesome.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I think there's a little bit of that too. I personally like this trailer because it is a Star Wars show grabbing attention for trying something different.
Well, and I mean, Andor is heavy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the first season, you're like, whew, this is awesome, but wow. And this makes it a little more like there was a little bit of violence, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was from a distance, and Saw was not the Saw we saw.
I see what you did there.
I didn't mean to do that. Or the Saw we see.
He's on his way to that point.
Right, but he's not there yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, interesting.
The only other thing that I want to ask is, or discuss before we get out of here, there's a ton of stuff in this trailer that a ton of other people are breaking down. The Gorman massacre is going to happen. That's the thing that breaks Mothma's back. The wedding, it looks like that's Mothma's thing. Luthen's only for a second. Serial's only in it for a second. Deborah Karn is in it for Deidre Karn. Dedra. The wheat field is Tatooine, not Tatooine, but Tatooine, which was supposed to be an arc in Rogue One, or a part of the story of Rogue One. And that's a Rebel base. It looks like there's stuff going on there. They show Yavin, so there's stuff in here if you really want to break down. But there's also a thing that has to be discussed right now because of the political atmosphere in our country. This song is about standing up for and against the military, the U.S. military and industrial complex that was written during the Gulf Wars and kind of taking shots at George Bush.
Oh, wow.
And this show specifically is going to be about standing up against fascism, imperial reign, and all that kind of stuff. Very timely for what's going on in our country. Some people had said that they're not going to show that they weren't going to release this at all. Some people are said they're going to go back and cut back a bunch of stuff because of the censorship that's coming from the White House, and or that there's going to be some outrage by people at the White House with orange skin about standing up against the man. This trailer is leaning right into all of that. They don't care. Tony Gilroy doesn't care, and I'm really going to applaud Disney for backing him on this story. Because this story is all about standing up against fascist rule, which is what the Empire is. So if you're cosplaying the Empire, you're a fascist. Makes me angry every time. Yes, they got cool outfits and the spaceships are cooler. Give me an X-Wing. Orange looks great on me. But I'm interested on how that's going to be, how the political atmosphere in our real world is going to affect our viewing of this as we go through that.
I don't know.
Because it's, as Star Wars has been, as much as it talks about politics and nature versus industrialism and all that kind of stuff, it still is escapism for us.
Right.
And so this is not going to be escapism. This is going to be smacking us in the face every week with 4 weeks of Star Wars movies.
Right.
All right. So let us know what you thought of this trailer in the comments down below. Please be nice. That's a requirement around here. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. Follow us on all the social media stuff, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Blue Sky, and TikTok. Links in the description down below. Until next time, cult members, good afternoon, good evening, and good night now.